On the outside, Pipkin may look like an average middle school, but inside, there are ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Armstrong, and I teach at Pipkin Middle School, and I've been here for 10 years. Being Teacher of the Year has been a really fun experience for me. It's really meant a lot to me, but even more so, it's meant a lot to my family. I was extremely proud to have this honor because of my supportive family. Think about it. Elementary age kids, guys, being taken away from their parents, having to kill their parents. That's pretty traumatic.
She gives us like a lot of high school work, high school essays, and she expects us, to definitely go, that extra mile just to get a really, really, really good grade.
I had to tell you one thing that I've learned from Julia. There's many things I could share, but I think the one thing I would share is just that she is very passionate about what she does, and the more you're around her, the more you want to join in on the cause and what she's passionate for. And you can tell every day by the way she interacts with students and interacts with teachers that she's passionate about teaching and she's passionate about inspiring kids, and I just admire her for that aspect.
She is a really fun teacher to be around because she gets really personal with the class sometimes, and then at the same time she's very professional in what she does.
I want you guys to take a few minutes to kind of process and write down some of the things you're thinking about.
She's enthusiastic. She keeps me pumped up for doing good things in my classroom. I think she's a great humanities teacher. She tries to bring history alive for her kids. She's got great projects that she's doing, and her number one concern is the kids here at Pipkin Middle School.
Julia is a great teacher because she inspires students to be challenged. I've heard students say many times that her class is the hardest class that they have, but they end up thinking she's their favorite teacher. So she has a way of challenging students and yet encouraging them along the way. I know she spends a lot of time one-on-one conferencing with students and just challenging them to push themselves to the next level, and I think that that's one of the things that makes her an amazing teacher.
The things that I have learned from her that have probably been the most valuable in my classroom is timing. Julia really understands the adolescent mind. She understands how long to give kids to complete a project. She understands how to get them at their level, but then to push them above and beyond that.
Whether it's in the classroom or extracurricular activities that she's sponsored, from Honor Society to Student Council to now working with Cocoa Cares and Askinosie Chocolate Company. She is just a dynamo.
I have so many teachers that have inspired me throughout my life. I need to start and think all the way back to 4th grade when I had Mr. Bruner at Simmons Elementary in Horsham, Pennsylvania. He was just an amazing teacher, and I always thought in the beginning that I would end up teaching 4th graders because he ran his classroom in a way where every single day everybody wanted to be there. We were a team, we wanted to work together. We could earn Bruner bucks, which were a really fun way for a reward system, and he just made learning an experience that was worthwhile. Another teacher that had a profound impact on my life was my 10th grade history teacher at Happer Horsham High School in Horsham, and that was Mr. Benjamin Winderman, and he just had a way to really make history come alive. I think of how I teach today, and a lot of how he taught is kind of how I teach. Lastly, another musical influence in my life was my teacher, Mrs. Connie Blue from Kickapoo. When I came out here my junior year of high school from having been at a school for all 10 years of my life, she really invested in me, and she was the sole reason why I stayed in school those last 2 years. I work really hard to create lasting memories with my students because of those memories that teachers made with me. So it's important for me every day that my students come in here that they know that they have a fresh start every day, and that Ms. Armstrong wants to build healthy, positive relationships with them while we're learning the content that I'm passionate about in history.
From her, probably the most important thing we're going to learn all this year is the study skills we're going to need for high school. We do projects that are probably at high school or above level, and doing them has really changed in 7th grade, and it's helped me a lot.
One of the things that I'm really passionate about is the International Baccalaureate Organization. I'm a part of that here at Pipkin through the Middle Years program, and I'm also a part of it in an international way. I serve on the International Technology Curriculum Review Committee, and I was able to travel to Cardiff, Wales to serve on that committee as the only U.S. representative. And the lasting memories that I want my students to have is that when they look back at their years in middle school, that they remember Miss Armstrong as someone who really cared about them and cared about their education to make it engaging, innovative, and exciting.
Julia Armstrong, 2011-2012 Teacher of the Year.